The first promise in the Bible that points toward the Messiah is found in Genesis 3 and verse 15. I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. It shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. This sentence, pronounced against Satan, spoke of his eventual destruction, along with the promise that enmity or hatred would exist between fallen mankind and the originator of sin. Chapter 30 outlines and expounds this promise that has existed that halted Satan's plans for total domination of mankind here on earth. Satan tempted man to sin just like he tempted the angels before in his attempt to build an alliance in his warfare against heaven. Between Satan and the fallen angels, there is no dissension in their hatred against Jesus. Whilst in other matters they would have disagreements, on this point they are of one mind with the same purpose, but with mankind it is different. Even though man had sinned, through Christ they receive his love and mercy, and it is the grace that Christ plants within us that creates enmity between man and Satan. It is through the converting power of Christ now that man does not have to be held captive to Satan. Now with Christ dwelling in the heart, there is conflict, but through the power of God, man is able to resist the master tyrant. When we hate sin instead of loving it, when we resist and conquer passions that have held us captive, when we obtain victory, we are demonstrating a power that only comes from above. The same enmity of hatred that Jesus received, his followers can also receive. Anyone who resists the repulsive nature of sin receives the wrath from Satan and his followers, but too often the professed followers of Jesus meet Satan with little resistance. Too often the followers of Jesus have no real connection with Christ, and this opens them up to open attack. People understand too little about the nature and power of Satan, and it means it weakens our position in the battle between good and evil. Satan is constantly seeking of ways that he can remove the barriers that separate God's people from the world. If Satan can get us to enjoy the society of his followers, if he can get us to expose ourselves to temptation, then we open ourselves to be led astray like ancient Israel was. Often Satan works most through those others least expect, people of great talent and education, those that society looks up to and admires. These who do not follow God often lead men and women astray. Let us never forget that we wrestle not against flesh or blood, but against principalities, against powers, against spiritual wickedness in high places. As 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8 points out, may we be sober and vigilant, because our adversary the devil is walking around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Ephesians chapter 6 tells us to put on the whole armor of God that we can fight against the wiles of Satan. We can be encouraged though, because we know that Satan did everything to overcome Jesus, but he was beaten back. The victories that Jesus gained can be ours today. May we have faith and trust in God and claim his victories as ours today.